What if the majority has spoken isn't what the founders meant at all? Because lately that phrase gets used like a battering ram. We won, so we shouldn't have to negotiate. Or the president was elected by the whole country, so agencies should just defer. It sounds simple, maybe even democratic, maybe even legitimate, until you look at how the people who designed this democracy thought power should work. The founders didn't blindly trust majorities. James Madison called pure democracies spectacles of turbulence and contention. He wasn't just worried about kings, he was worried about mobs. What he feared most was what he called a majority faction, when a large group uses its size to trample the rights of others. So they built something more complicated. Not a system where a single win lets you rule outright, but a republic full of guardrails. 2 chambers, the Senate, deliberative, slower, insulated from sudden passion, and the House, more immediate, but checked by others. And no bill becomes law without both houses and the president, unless 2/3 of Congress overrides a veto. The president can say no, but so can the courts. Alexander Hamilton called the judiciary the least dangerous branch. No control of money, no command of armies, but it does one essential thing. It can strike down laws or actions that violate the Constitution. That's what we call judicial review. And above all, there's the Bill of Rights. Speech, press, religion, these aren't subject to simple majority legislation. They sit above the daily churn of elections. You can't erase them just because you won a vote. Now fast forward to today. When a House majority says, no compromise, no negotiation, or when a president invokes a mandate to stretch emergency powers, or when agencies are pressured to follow politics over law, that's not strength, that's erosion. Because a republic isn't supposed to move fast just because one side yells louder. It's supposed to argue and to balance and to persuade. That's not dysfunction, it's design. The founders understood the real legitimacy takes more than numbers. It takes resistance. It takes people who understand that winning an election isn't the same as governing alone. And that some things, like liberty and process and rights, aren't up for grabs every time the winds shift. So next time someone says, we won, so that's that. Ask yourself, do we still want a republic with guardrails? Or are we ready to trade it for something faster, but far more fragile?